All right, let's talk about it. We're diving into one of the biggest questions buzzing around in tech right now. Is AI coming for the technical program manager's job? We're going to cut through the noise and give you a real, practical roadmap for not just surviving, but actually leading in this new world. Let's get right into it.
So, here it is, the question that's probably been lurking in the back of your mind, maybe even keeping you up at night. As these AI tools get scarily good at automating all sorts of tasks, you have to wonder, is the TPM role on the verge of becoming obsolete? It's a totally valid fear. But, the answer isn't as simple as you might think.
So let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The short answer is a big, fat no. But, and this is a huge but, TPMs who just keep doing things the old way, they will absolutely become obsolete. You see, the role isn't being erased, it's being completely redefined. AI isn't here to replace you, it's here to challenge you. So the real question isn't, will AI take my job? It's how do I evolve to work with it?
Okay, so first things first. Before we can even talk about the new skills and tools you'll need, we have to get a really clear picture of this new world we're all operating in. We need to understand exactly how AI is redrawing the map of the TPM role. And to wrap our heads around this, we're going to use this really cool framework called the 3 horizons. Think of it as a way to see the TPM role on 3 different levels, from down in the day-to-day weeds all the way up to that 30,000-foot strategic view. Let's break down what each of these horizons looks like. Let's start at ground level. Horizon 1, all about tactical execution. This is the daily grind, right? The status reports, the meeting notes, updating all the trackers, running the sprints. It's all super important, but it's also super repetitive. And let's be blunt, AI is already a rock star at this stuff. If your job is 90% Horizon 1 work, you are in a very vulnerable spot right now. Okay, now let's climb up a level to Horizon 2 strategic execution. This is where you stop just managing tasks and you start orchestrating outcomes. You're the one aligning all the teams, spotting and untangling those messy dependencies, and really driving those big roadmap initiatives forward. Here, AI isn't your replacement, it's your new best co-pilot. It can crunch the data to flag a risk, but you're the one who makes the final call. And that brings us to the top, Horizon 3, organizational leadership. This is the peak. You're not just managing a program anymore, you are actively shaping the culture and direction of the organization. It's all about influencing people who don't report to you, bringing clarity when everything's a mess, and building deep, genuine trust. And AI can't build trust over a coffee chat. And this, right here, is where a great TPM becomes absolutely irreplaceable. This chart just lays it all out, crystal clear. Look at the left side. That's what AI is amazing at. Generating documents, automating tasks, processing data. Now look at the right. That's our domain. Human judgment, storytelling, foresight, and that all-important trust. The game has changed. You delegate the what to your AI tools, and that frees you up to focus entirely on the much more valuable why and how. So, now that we know the lay of the land, what do you actually need in your toolkit to win? Let's talk about the new TPM superpowers, the essential skills you've got to have for the AI era. To really succeed, the modern TPM has to become what you could call a full-stack leader. That means you can't just be a one-trick pony. You've got to master 3 different kinds of intelligence. First is your IQ, your raw ability for strategy and execution. Then there's EQ, your emotional intelligence, how you influence and connect with people. And finally, there's AQ, your adaptability quotient, which is all about how fast you can learn and evolve. First up, IQ. Now, this isn't about having a genius-level IQ. It's about making yourself smarter by using AI. So instead of just tracking dependencies in a spreadsheet, you're using AI to model them and predict where the bottlenecks are going to be. Instead of just reporting on program health, you're using AI to see issues in real time, long before they blow up into a crisis. You're basically amplifying your own intelligence. Next, we have EQ. And honestly, this might be the most crucial skill of them all now. With AI taking over so much of the tactical stuff, your value just skyrockets in these human-centric areas. Building trust, navigating tricky conflicts, and getting everyone aligned with a clear story. You become the human glue holding everything together. And as we're about to see, these soft skills are directly tied to the very hard challenge of building ethical AI. And this is where it gets really interesting. Your EQ skills, they map directly to the core principles of trustworthy AI. Think about it. Your ability to influence and communicate, that's what builds the trust and transparency these systems need. Your skill in navigating conflict, that's what ensures fairness. Your empathy and nuance, that's what drives accountability. Suddenly, the so-called soft skills have become hard requirements for responsible leadership. And finally, we have AQ, your Adaptability Quotient. This quote from the TPM Academy just nails it. AQ is your unfair advantage. In a world that's changing faster than ever, your ability to learn new things and apply them quickly isn't just a nice to have. It's your career insurance policy. It's everything. Okay, enough theory. Let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually start using these AI tools in your day-to-day work? Well, here's a super simple but really powerful way to think about it. Think of AI as your co-pilot. The framework is a simple three-step dance: replace, enhance, and collaborate. First, replace. Find all those low-value, repetitive tasks like writing meeting summaries and just hand them over to AI. Get them off your plate. Second, enhance your high-value strategic work. Use AI to get deeper insights into risks or dependencies. And third, collaborate. Use AI as your creative partner to help you draft documents or brainstorm execution plans. And to make this super practical, here's an starter toolkit for you. Think of something like ChatGPT for getting a first draft of anything: an email, a doc, a research summary. Use a tool like Claude when you need to take a mountain of feedback from different teams and boil it down into one clear summary. And you can leverage Notion AI to be your personal assistant for organizing all your project stuff. The point isn't to master every tool, but to build a workflow that buys back your time for what really matters: leadership. This brings us to our final and maybe most important evolution of the TPM role. This is where you move beyond just execution and become a true leader in responsible AI development. This is where you become an architect of trust. Now, this is the fundamental shift you have to internalize. Your value is no longer just measured by shipping a project on time. In a world powered by AI, your most critical deliverable is trust. Trust in the systems you build, trust in the process, and trust in the outcomes. This isn't a side project, it's the new main quest. Think of this AI lifecycle as the official roadmap for building AI the right way. Your new job as a TPM is to be the guide, shepherding every project through these 7 stages. From making sure you're defining the problem ethically at the start, all the way to retiring the system safely at the end. You're the one making sure the guardrails are up at every single step. And what's the end goal of all that governance? It's to build what we call trustworthy AI. This means we're creating systems that are not just powerful, but are also reliable, explainable, fair, transparent, and accountable. These aren't just buzzwords, These are the new engineering requirements for the future, and the TPM is the one who's on the hook to make sure they're met. Which brings us right back to where we started. This one sentence perfectly captures the entire opportunity in front of you. Stop thinking of AI as something you need to compete with. Start seeing it as the ultimate way to multiply your impact. Let AI handle the grind, which frees you up to lead, to solve complex human problems, and to build trust at a massive scale. So I'll leave you with this. We know for a fact that AI is brilliant at managing data. But the biggest challenge, the question our entire industry needs to answer, is this: who is going to manage the trust? And the answer isn't some new algorithm or a faster chip. The answer is the new, indispensable technical program manager. The answer is you.